SquareHammer!
Hi, SquareHammers. It's me, Jonathan here. I'm here for a battle report today. We have Chaos Dwarfs against the foul, disgusting regular dwarves. So, as you can see, I have a pretty nice mixture of dwarfs here. So going down the line, I got the Bull Centaurs, Flame Cannon, Colossus, Immortals, Wolf Riders, just regular Chaos Dwarf Warriors. I got Dreadquake Mortar with the Demon Smith. In my regular Warriors is also my BSB and a level 4. I got Citadel Guard. Then I got the other Flame Cannon here.
Alright, so this is the grudge match of grudge matches. I'm going to crush these filthy chaos scum and their unpaid intern hobgoblins. Right here, I have an runesmith with rune lord with an anvil of doom. Big block of warriors, great weapons, shields, and my BSB is also in it. I have 2 units of thunderers, a gyrocopter, a unit of iron breakers with a thane, big unit of iron drakes, and a unit of hammerers. And as you can see, my iron breakers and iron drakes both vanguarded forward because of the Strollers rune. So I have first turn, and we'll check in at the end of first turn.
And just before we come, we'll just give you a picture of the battlefield itself. We have a hill there with an impassable tower there. We got another impassable terrain. Got a marshland here. Got a hills with 2 impassable pieces of terrain over there. Forest, another forest, and finally impassable terrain.
Alright, so very exciting dwarf first turn. Really eager to rid the world of these magic-using, enslaving dwarves, and to do that I used some runes, which don't count, they're not the same thing as magic, but I smashed those hobgoblin prisoners with jobs, and they ran away because they're cowardly hobgoblins. In other news, I killed a single, a Chaos Dwarf?
It is a Infernal Guard.
I killed a single Infernal Guard with my Iron Drakes, but mostly I'm just positioning myself for a devastating next turn.
So, lots of excitement on the Chaos Dwarf turn. Some basic movements out, positioning my Chaos Boys around and whatnot. Magic was a bit of a not interesting entity. I tried to get the big spell off, which is like a big template of pain on these guys. Didn't go off though. He had all his dispo dice off, but when I tried to go for Astorm, which is a nice -2 to shoot, went off on his Iron Drakes, which was surprising to say the least, that he got off when he had all his magic dice. And as for the rest of shooting, didn't do much with the flame templates. My artillery dice shot upon his Iron Breakers, and I rolled a go back in this direction here, 8 inches to hit my dudes. So I rerolled that, and it got the same literal direction to hit my guys, and I killed more people on my turn than he did on his turn, which is great. This is fine. I'm fine.
It's fine. Alright, so a bit of an unfortunate turn for the good dwarves, but at least we don't have to ask ourselves if we're the baddies, because we have someone named a Demon Smith on our team.
It's just the title.
Dwarves moved up, still jostling for position. Kind of an uneventful magic phase. All I got was an extra move off on the hammerers. Ash Storm was a huge problem for the Iron Drakes. They ended up doing absolutely nothing, even at point blank range, on these chaotic scumbags. Thunderers did a fair, killed 3 of, what are those guys?
The Immortals.
3 Immortals who clearly did not live up to their name.
Everyone always makes that joke.
And the gyrocopter gave these guys a nice steam bath, but was unable to actually kill any of them. So, and my miners didn't come in. So not ideal, but we will recover and have a better turn 3.
Hello, Wargamers. So this is the bottom of turn 2. Things I've done, I kind of moved my boys up. Got some more action going on. Magic phase was a bit underwhelming, but I did get hatred off on my Infernal Guard, which is pretty sweet. Until shooting, I did nothing with my War Machines, who continue to demonstrate that maybe they're not that good, but my Colossus with their Strength 5 Ignore Armor breath weapon did some handy work on those poor dwarfs. Otherwise, for close combat, it was a slap fight. I killed one, he killed one, and it's probably going to be that way for a long time. And yeah, that was my turn.
Alright, so as promised, the Dwarf turn 3, much better than the Dwarf turn 2. moved up in various ways. The hammers charged those hobgoblins, and as you can see, annihilated them. My warriors charged this gigantic, colossal piece of magma and ore and monstrosity. Truly an abomination. Put some wounds on it, but that combat will be continuing. Some of my shooting went into this unit and this unit. Killed a few guys, but nothing too decisive. And lo and behold, my miners finally arrived. They called it a miner, and they are here and ready to start trashing some war machines. So looking forward to a very strong future turns for the dwarves.
Well, it's been a great turn to be a Chaos Dwarf. So, looking over the battlefield right now. Did some moves up. Got some spells off. Got Ash Storm here, which is really useful. Got a
Hatred.
bonus shot. Oh, Hatred, sorry.
Yep.
On them, which is really useful. Got some charges off with my Bull Centaurs to his warriors, which caused them to break and flee, which is nice, though I did lose one due to the forest there.
So the dwarves are not fleeing, they're just advancing in a different direction,
Of course.
just to be clear.
My Immortals beat the snot out of his not Immortals, I suppose, and forced them to run away. I actually got my mortar off on these guys as well, but I think the way it's written is that it's not the big one, it's unfortunately the smaller one, so I only killed a couple of dudes there. But, you know, for the most part, it's pretty great. They get -1 to hit because of the Draco's mortar, and they get dangerous terrain tests to move, so just, chef's kiss. In general, things are looking up for me.
Alright, so, very interesting turn for the dwarves. We poured in the fire on Bull Centaurs, killing several. The Hammerers rallied, although the Warriors did not. The Iron Drakes took down a few of these guys. The Iron Breakers broke the, what are they called?
Infernal Guard.
The Infernal Guard, who clearly are bad at guarding things. They ran away and got run down. Sadly, I gave Buis a nice flank here, but that's okay, because I gave them the Stubborn rune from my anvil, so I'm ready to take that flank charge and come out smiling. And the Miners wiped out that mortar, so we're looking pretty good. We're in pretty good shape. We'll see how Bui's turn goes, but I'm feeling okay about this.
Hello, Wargamers. So, bottom of turn 4 has been great for the Chaos Dwarf so far. When it came to casting spells, we got a pretty nice big strength 6 here that killed a bunch of dudes, didn't scatter at all, got the whole 25 shebang, did a lot of smashing, it was wonderful. When it came to shooting, didn't do much there, nothing's really ranging. He killed my Draco's mortar, those dirty miners. Stop it! Back away, back away. My Demon Smith is watching them like a hawk, though. The close combat's been great. Stuck in with the Anvil of Grudge, or whatever it's called, with my Colossus. I was able to run down one group of miners, but I lost a bunch of both the miners and the gunmen.
Thunderers.
Yeah, and the forest, so that was pretty brutal. But here, though, the Immortals kicked through his hammers, and I'm about to try and finish off his warriors there, so it's going pretty well for me. But yeah, solid game so far. Let's go on to turn 5 for the dwarves.
Alright, so a turn of ups and downs. Some of the big ups were just pouring in the shooting to this unit, knocking them down to just the characters, so that they will be easy prey for me next turn. Some of the downs was charging a war machine and being unable to beat it, so that wasn't ideal. My unit of warriors and my BSB still has not rallied yet, so that's exciting. I was able to wipe out his Bull Centaurs, and I sent my gyrocopter all the way over there to try to deal with his other war machine. So yeah, a lot of characters roaming around for Buis that I need to clean up next turn.
Good luck getting to them.
We're coming to you live with a mid-turn update in the middle of Bui's magic phase. Buis, how many dice did you start rolling?
3.
Oh, that's an interesting roll. And then what happened?
I rolled a 6.
Oh, interesting. Then what happened?
I rolled another 6.
Oh no, and then what happened?
I rolled another 6.
Oh no, and then what
I
happened?
rolled a 1.
Oh no! Buis now has a 7 dice miscast.
Pain.
Do you want to roll that live for everyone, Buis?
Pain. 3. 10.
So 10 on the miscast. Oof. Alright, so quoting Buis, so he got off the spell, the miscast, it was demonic possession. Nothing bad really happened except he lost his big spell. So he was a little mad. He did a wound on my Thane as a result of the spell. So then he decides, you know what? I don't care anymore. I'm going to throw all these dice and miscast again. And what'd you get, Buis?
I rolled a 6, 13. Oh god, I think. So that was an interesting turn. If I look dispirited, it's because I am. So, in terms of movement, movement stuff around magic, I lost my level 4 to miscast.
The hubris of Buis. This just proves that dwarves shouldn't use magic.
You small-minded fool. Shooting, actually was able to hit with my flame template from here all the way to here, even though I was aiming for this guy, so hilarious. Close combat, I was able to kill his anvil, thankfully.
Oof.
But somehow, he didn't deal any damage to my war machine at all, and we're stuck. So, yay.
I don't know what's happening over there. It's not good, though.
So yeah, that's my turn.
All right, so the final dwarf turn, fairly quick. We poured in the fire into Buis' BSB and annihilated that sun. Finally defeated Buis' unkillable war machine in combat. But the other war machine proved to also be unkillable and actually put a wound on my gyrocopter, taking no wounds in return. So I don't know what the heck is going on with Buis' war machines. So yeah, we have one more Chaos Dwarf turn, but it's going to come down to just a few things. Oh, and the other huge tragedy is these guys continued to flee, which means I will be losing quite a lot of points right there. But yeah, Chaos Dwarf turn 6 coming up.
Alright. Hello, Wargamers. So this is the end of the game here. It was a great game, pretty close. Came down to the wire, it felt like. But ultimately, for my turn, didn't do much. I was able to charge my Colossi into the side of the Thunderers there, forcing them to flee. And the slap fight continued on with my mortar, with my flame cannon against his Flappy Boy. Otherwise, that pretty much ended the game. We calculated victory points. I got 1463 points. You got
17 something?
17.
It was a 272 point victory.
Yes. So it's 17.
Very close game. But the good dwarves won it, and it was all a result of dwarves using magic and getting sucked into the warp. Don't mess with demons, kids. Stay in school. Stay away from Hashut. Don't smoke that Chaos Warp Stone.
Magic, not even once.
All right. Thank you, SquareHammer.
Thank you.
Catch you on the flip side. All right, cool. So, great game, as we said before. Buis, what was your best unit and your worst unit?
That's a tough question. Best unit, despite all the faults, the sorcerer guy, I think, was probably the best. He was laying down pain after pain after pain until he didn't. But until then, he was whooping out some great spells and really helping swing combats in my favor. The worst unit, Dreadquake Mortar. That sucker did nothing all game and actually killed my own men. So, feels like that's probably the worst.
All right, I would say that my worst unit was probably the Warriors. They broke when they shouldn't have and then never rallied again, so that was kind of a downer. My best unit was probably Buis' Dreadquake Mortar, because it was pretty solid for me. Wouldn't hurt me, but hurt a lot of his, so thank you, Dreadquake.
Well, you're welcome.
All right, thank you, SquareHammer.
Thank you, SquareHammer.
Catch you next time.